I'm getting married. All these products are gonna help me do it. Let me show you how I got this beautiful, perfect bridal soft glam. This is the Hung Van Gogh foundation, shade 8. A little bit goes a really long way. Look at how it covered the blemish on my chin, and it does look a little yellow on me, but bronzer will warm it up. Kind of interesting that this foundation only comes in a neutral undertone. I wouldn't say that this is neutral. That finish already, so bridal and skin-like, but also full coverage, which I love. For concealer and a little bit of extra coverage, I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Marshmallow to really press and lift my concealer. So I'm pressing right up to that lash line. The LYS bronzing stick, pressing my bronzer in. Again, I really like to lift with my bronzer, and I go in with a little bit darker of a shade of bronzer than I probably need to, but I like a lot of warmth and definition. My blush combo, I'm taking the Patrick Ta Shy at First Transition Blush here, and the Juvia's Place blush in the shade Blush Lily. These are very pigmented, so beware. And I like to just take a brush and blend this in and upward. I really want my blush to lift my face again. I really add some blush to the apples of my cheeks once my powders are on. So I like to add a little bit of a color corrector into the inner corners. This is the Huda Beauty color corrector in the shade Cherry Light. My Huda Beauty loose powder in the shade Cherry Blossom. This look is really pinky, and I want to keep it bright. The entirety of my face, I use the MCO Beauty powder. It's such a good product and so affordable. Absolutely need bronzer to warm this up, so I'm taking the YSL bronzer in the shade 3. This is a powder. This is just going to lock in and add layers to our creams. Really a necessary step to go back in and add more powder bronzer and powder blush to really bring the warmth back to your face after all these powders. I'm going to take 3 different blushes. This is not necessary. In fact, it's really unnecessary, but I just love makeup. That's what it takes for me. Okay. Take the Patrick Ta She Goes to the Gym blush. I like to layer this up top first as my darker blush shade. On the apples of my cheeks, I like to take a cool tone pink blush. This is in the shade Just Enough by Patrick Ta. Lastly, I'm going to take this transition blush by Patrick Ta and just mix the two together and add a little bit underneath my under eye. Brow really makes a look, so I fill my brows in a little bit more than they probably should be, but I love it. I love it on camera. I'm taking the Maybelline Express Brow just to fill my brows in, and I did already fluff them up with the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. Always love a misting spray just to bring all those powders back to life. This is the Kosas Cloud Set. I love it. Add some highlighter for that bridal glow. I'm taking the Dior Backstage highlighter palette, adding this pinky shade onto it. Nothing to complete a good bridal glam, a perfect bridal lip combo. I'm taking the Revlon lip liner in the shade Dallying. Love that. Take the Morphe lip filter in the shade Ballet in the center. The Patrick Ta gloss in the shade Say Less. It's that perfect bridal pink. Top it off with a setting spray, and you have the perfect bridal soft glam. I'll show you how to do the eyes next.